Now it's my pleasure to introduce our next reader who is living in Richmond now. And I know some of you came from other places, but Debbie is someone who came from Richmond, and I'm a native Richmonder, so that makes her A-OK, right? Okay, please welcome Debbie Collins.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. My first poem is a love poem of sorts for my husband. He was in the hospital recently, and this is what came out of it. It's called Helpless. The angels with their white souls keep interrupting our fragile peace, while the monitors bathe your face in eerie red. The doctors speak in tongues I cannot understand, while I hum your favorite song. It's full of rivers, music, breath, the beginning to all our stories. And this is one my husband thinks is about him. It's called He Says. I am fierce. He says I'm fierce. With my hair on fire and slash of a grin destroying all his good intentions. His hands write a song on my body. The lyrics thrum like jazz alive in a smoky room. I devastate his jutting hip bones and sharp shins as he falls apart above me. I wake to find his face a regrettable blur against the pillow. I make a pot of coffee and drink it all myself. He thinks I'm terribly beautiful. He says I'm fierce. My next two poems are about living with a mental illness, which is very close to me. So the first one is called Mania. My face is a fire, lit from within by a brilliant madness. I want to harness this kinetic energy for something useful, like burning down buildings or felling trees. I'm alone in my head, ready to release and relinquish this terrible secret upon an unsuspecting world. The Attempt. The chalky protein shakes, pink or chocolate, taste like failure to me. I'll slough them off on the other crazies. The nurses threaten to take my smokes away if I don't eat, but I like the process of whittling down, bearing bone. You brought me some, not the brand I usually smoked, but I was touched nonetheless. We sat on my bed to talk on the rough white sheets, institutional and reeking of bleach. They are an affront to me, so clean. They found me with sand in my hair, sand in my mouth, on a beach in Laguna. I promised you I would eat. My next few poems are about neighbors, good and bad, mostly bad. The first one is from the anthology. It's called Tiny Murders. My street sparkles with broken glass, which I contemplate as the old guy next door screams at his wife, his cursing and railing reaching me on my front porch steps. I can hear the hoods down the block on their balconies throwing crumpled beer cans at the passers-by below. They hoot when they hit one, so happy with themselves. Meanwhile, last Tuesday, kids on bikes shot an innocent man as he left the laundromat down the street. I heard the clothes flew from the basket he held to his chest. T-shirts and white socks littering the sidewalk with the candy wrappers and old dog shit. Just another tiny murder. This poem is about a neighbor right next door who kind of lost his mind and decided to display it for the whole neighborhood to see. He moved to California, so we're very happy. It's called The Waltzing Fool. The neighbor has parked in my space again, and I am unreasonably pissed, but I'm too afraid to say anything. His wife said he's been off his meds for weeks, and then she moved out last Thursday. He strews furniture and pots and pans across the lawn and into the street. There's a sofa cushion, an ironing board, a ladle, a potted plant. I just don't know what to say that won't sound like a cloud of lies. I'll leave him to his manic waltz as he falls apart piece by tiny piece, surrounded by forks and knives and dirty sheets. This is my last one. It's called It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Won't You Be Mine? I'm the wife who smokes and drinks too much and peppers my conversations with cuss words loud enough for the kids to hear. I'm the wife who wears the obnoxious fringed pants to the neighborhood cookout and studiously ignores the sundressed mothers with their ever-increasing herds, kids galloping and shrieking all the damn time. I'm the wife who still wears the college jeans with the holes in the knees, as the other wives order jogging tights, all the while eating mouthful after mouthful of Julie's fabulous French onion dip. I'm the wife who hates the cocktail parties and the cookouts and the Christmas parties, who hates the SUVs and the manicured yards and the strollers. I could kick your kids at any second, steal your husband with a look. I'm the bad wife of the neighborhood. I am chaos waiting to happen.